Welcome. Wait a minute, I'm confusing myself. No, this is fine. I'm here. Everything works. I don't hate legs. I use my legs frequently, and that's a good thing. They get me from A to B. How's everyone doing today? Abrupt start because I'm running late, so I had to start abrupt. But yeah, thank you very much, Isla, for the thumbnail and the Twitter promotion. That's all brilliant and helpful. I'm not expecting a lot of people here today. It's obviously Summer Game Fest is being covered by a million cooler people than me, but we do have a few people. So normally on a Thursday I run Q&Asa, as everybody knows, and everybody knows, some people know, and some of you are really cool. Some of you come here every Thursday, and some of you are here to watch Summer Game Fest with me. Maybe I'll show you a bit of leg. Replicant, I am not going to do that right now. You've seen my legs. You've seen me running around on my treadmill. Peter Morland, you saw 7 GMT and forgot about British summertime. We still have 20 minutes to go. Oh yeah, we haven't missed any of it. So Summer Game Fest is supposed to run for 2 hours today, or up to 2 hours. What we know is going to be there is Mortal Kombat gameplay. Anybody looking forward to some Mortal Kombat gameplay? Why the fuck does it list Greenwich Mean Time in June? Because, Isla, the world looks to Greenwich Mean Time to figure out the time in their own time zone. Besides people in the Pacific Standard and extraterrestrial time zones, everybody else would be doing their own calculations based off of GMT. Sorry if you weren't looking for a boring answer. UTC is only really used like in nerd industries. Everybody like understands their time zone as GMT plus or minus, right? And that might be silly, like universal time might make more sense, but it's true, genuine. It will be easier if everybody used GMT. Yeah, exactly. They can have their lunch in the middle of the night. All the other time zones can have their lunch in the middle of the night. So Mortal Kombat, who's looking forward to it? I know everybody here loves a bit of Street Fighter. You're all getting a little bit addicted to it based on either fighting against me or watching me destroy everybody. But is Mortal Kombat anyone's preference? Nathan, welcome, welcome, welcome. Anybody that is watching this after the fact because you want to see my reactions, thanks for checking it out. They're going to be really boring. I'm just going to be like dead-faced for the whole show. I'm not. There'll be things that are exciting, I'm sure of it. Mortal Kombat, for me, probably not one of those things. Because Street Fighter's better. Right? For me, in a way, Street Fighter's proving to be a pretty ideal beat-em-up, and Mortal Kombat will not dethrone it by breaking bones and exploding testicles or whatever it does in its like gore-fest moments. However, Mortal Kombat can be very technically impressive to look at. And if I were to buy just one fighting game for a single player mode, then it might have more of a look in with me. So I may end up playing it a bit, but it won't be when you see me regularly playing on online open challenge against other people. Or I'd be surprised if it turns out. A faint smile of approval. I approve of all of the things. Like, it's a gaming showcase. There's going to be so much that I enjoy. Space Denizen, are you expecting anything, like any hint or inkling of virtual reality in Summer Game Fest show? Can't say I particularly am. Yeah, maybe a little bit of PlayStation VR, but not a whole heap. Other things that we know are going to be there. They've got gameplay of Alan Wake 2. In both of these cases, so Alan Wake 2 and Mortal Kombat, they also have probably too much talking. They've got Ed Boon to talk about Mortal Kombat, and they've got Sam Lake to talk about Alan Wake. Did I watch the thing? The promo, I haven't watched it either. I'll watch it afterwards. I saw a little bubble move, but it was a desperate last second upload, so I haven't actually got to see the whole minute of it. I'm sure it's brilliant though, and I am very grateful. Cyberpunk DLC is confirmed to be here. Yeah, the price is already leaked, so $35 they say for Phantom Liberty, which is more than a lot of people paid for the game. Obviously, if you got it at launch, you paid a lot more, but it very quickly discounted when they tried to relaunch it and all the rest of it. You see, this is an interesting starter for the main course on Sunday. Yeah, much as this show wants to be a full replacement for E3, I think the big showcase will probably be the Xbox One. You've also got Devolver Digital today, which I will not be live streaming because it's a bit late. It's 11 p.m. in the UK, so potentially I could, but I want to be fighting people on Street Fighter at that point in time. Devolver Digital normally do a brilliant show for entertainment value, as well as having a few interesting games on the go. There's some developer thing today. Capcom have got a show coming up over the coming days. Ubisoft have got something coming up. There's the PC gaming showcase, the future game showcase. Lots and lots of little things, but the Xbox One will probably be the heavy hitter. Space Denizen, if Firewall Ultra is going to be here, I will be very happy to see it. I hear, so Firewall Ultra, for those that don't know, is a sequel to Firewall 0 Hour. 5v5 online PlayStation exclusive virtual reality shooting game that looks very, very promising, but they came out and said some things that were a little bit not concerning, but made it sound like it might be less fun than some other shooters that are already on the market, using eye tracking and pressing buttons to reload and things like that. And they reacted very quickly to fan feedback and said, actually, we're going to have hardcore modes in there as well, where you reload your guns properly and all the rest of it. So Kojima has been everywhere recently. Maybe he shows up tonight. Nathan, I fully expect him to show up and announce season 2 of his podcast. Oh, is it okay? Maybe it's 4v4. Space Denizen. I didn't have the PlayStation VR game, so I just made an assumption that it was 5v5. But if it's 4v4, then so be it. I don't know what it is in Firewall Ultra. I am on live chat. I moved it already all by myself. Obviously, normally when Q&Asa runs, I spend like hours of my life preparing a background and getting a novel OST so that you can try and identify them and guess what they are. Today, I don't have that. I've got a nice overlay that Isla made for me for the showcase a couple of weeks ago, and I've got Summer Game Fest music playing in the background, so no guesswork there. Darge, welcome. Kratos, welcome. All of your favourite streamers are online. What to do? Kratos, who are the other ones? I'm always looking for good streamers, and you're a PlayStation fan, so it's unlikely that I am aware of these people. How long am I planning to be on? So Summer Game Fest runs until it's supposed to be 2 hours, so it'll run until 10 in the UK. And then I'm probably gonna go and do a few jobs and then jump onto Street Fighter. So I'll be on forever doing various things. Great, so it's like I don't want to downplay my own stream, but if you want to go and watch Jaffe, I will not take that as any kind of front or insult. You're very welcome to. Just make sure you come back next week for Q&Asa, all right? Mostly though, so when it actually starts running, I don't know how much I'll talk over it. I'll try and let the trailers speak for themselves. Try and keep myself a little bit quiet while it's exciting. Dodge, you are one what? Sexy thigh man. Oh no. Oh no, you've been sharing your gym pictures with other people, Dodge. I thought they were just privately sent to me. That's not how you make coffee. That's not remotely warm. What did I do there? What an idiot. Oh well. Oh well, some people pay for cold coffee. No, of course, Dodge. I don't know how to answer that question, so... no, I don't need a thigh picture. Thank you for the offer. But you can show me in person when we get that Nando's eventually. What big game will we see? So, the ones that we know about, Alan Wake 2 and Mortal Kombat and Fortnite are in the subject line of the stream that they're doing officially. A big surprise though, I mean, I'm never one for guessing and speculation really, so it's hard for me to say. What do you want to see, Kratos? What do you want? What are you expecting and what are you wanting? That's an open question for everyone. Tom, welcome. What are you cooking today? Got to ask that every time I see you because you normally have some elaborate answer. And do you still have any of your grog remaining? Are you going to have some grog with the show? Well, Fortnite Mortal Kombat cross promotion would make some sense when they're both at the same show, but at the same time, it's not like they're going to add like bone breaking and blood and stuff, and the Mortal Kombat characters aren't even that interesting. I guess every character gets put in Fortnite at some point. I very much would not expect to see Wolverine, like, wouldn't expect that in the slightest. I'll be happy to be wrong, but, you know, Sony's like biggest, most distant game is not Something I'd expect. Castlevania, though. Does Geoff get along with Konami? He obviously gets along with Kojima. The level of hostilities between Kojima and Konami make me wonder, is that likely or is that not? I don't know. You don't expect any Sony presence. So Space Denizen said that Firewall Ultra is going to be there. That counts as Sony presence. And Kojima's quite likely to show some Death Stranding too, right? Like that's got to count as one of the biggest games that they'll have at this showcase. You can't really just announce season 2 of his podcast. I was just being facetious with that. These are the surprises you want, and by their very nature, you can't know what they are. Exactly, it'll ruin it. Won't be a surprise anymore. It's been hinted at on the Firewall Discord. Good, I like it's due to be seen, so. Grog, you've got the ingredients, so you might make some later. So you finished up your grog yesterday. Do you, when you've had some of the grog, do you talk like a pirate? There's the question we all need to know the answer to. So are we going to see Death Stranding, yes or no? Also, because there's no Q&Asa this week and we don't have much time to talk about the usual topics, what's everyone been playing? Let's just get that usual one. Normally, we talk about games for the first, 3 hours of the show. It's supposed to be a short little bit at the start, but we talk about it for ages. We've only got 10 minutes, like a hard deadline before Summer Game Fest starts. 9 minutes and 35 seconds. What have you all been playing? Replicant Death Stranding was a masterpiece. No hyperbole. Okay. Am I going beyond 10? Either the show should finish by 10, and we'll probably talk about it very briefly afterwards, but not a big breakdown or anything like that. Then I will go and do some clearing up jobs that I need to do, and then I'll come back and stream some Street Fighter. So I will be live well beyond 10, but there will be a break. Replicant Diablo 4 and Street Fighter 6 very badly. You'll get there, Replicant. I was somehow rooting for you whilst you were fighting against me, but I couldn't let you in, but I kind of wanted you to. Unfortunately, I'm just far too good. I'm not, but you might sleep during Street Fighter. All right, fine. I get it. You don't like Street Fighter. No, that's fine. You're allowed to sleep. I understand the need for rest. You were late to work today because you're so fucking tired of not sleeping all week. Of course I'm not mad. Of course I'm not mad. Everyone's allowed to sleep. Just like I said, must have been 10 minutes ago. I said, Kratos, if you want to watch David Jaff instead, I take no pain and suffering. I don't take that as an insult. It's fine. There's loads of places where you can watch Summer Game Fest if you want to. And it's fine. I'm obviously happy that there are people here to talk to me and make it more interesting. So, Patrick, welcome. You've been here for a little while. It was a masterpiece of something. I am taller than most people. I'm going to take that as taller than. I'm taller than most. I have not got the legacy of making games that Jaffe has, so taller than is all I'm going to take from that. But I will take that. Patrick, have you got the Street Fighter yet? Peter's finally finished Planet of Lana, 10 hours in, 2 times the average, you reckon? That's fine. There's no rush, is there? Especially for a game like that that's supposed to be quite mellow. I made the mistake yesterday of, I went onto Twitch, not for the sake of watching anything in particular. No one that I actually follow was streaming at the time, so I just Twitch suggested some people. And I clicked on someone trying to complete a puzzle game. My reasoning for being here is just I've got an ongoing dilemma between whether I keep streaming on Twitch or whether I try and find a different platform that's more welcoming for dual streaming alongside YouTube. But I went on there and I clicked on this thing, and this guy was on level 6 of a puzzle solving game, and he was incredibly awfully bad at it, and I didn't know how to feel. I was like, oh, I hate doing puzzles live on stream. Holy shit, you should not be trying to do puzzles live on stream. And there were 16,000 people watching this. I don't know. It takes some confidence to be that bad live on the internet. And I know I do it on a regular basis, but not to 16,000 people. And not something that's deliberately positioned as a puzzle game. What was it? So I don't know. It looked kind of interesting in a very basic way. It was an entirely black screen and you got to draw on it. And the puzzle was there was a little like there was a ball in a cup on a stick, and it said you had to make the ball touch the left wall, and everything that you draw is like weighted, so it drops and knocks things around. And it was Q something or other. I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway. Like Gaz playing, it exactly played. It was like Gaz on the tutorial for Tears of the Kingdom. And I laugh at all these people, but I hate the feeling of doing puzzle games live, so I understand, really. Chris, welcome as well. Painful Discourse, exactly. Physics-based puzzles, yes, Tom. Physics-based, but very basic physics. Very basic physics. No one retweeted, even though you asked nicely. People wouldn't, like, ignore what you've asked. Isla has asked you all very nicely to retweet a tweet. Could you please, if you are a Twitter user, a denizen of the Muskverse, please retweet the thing. Oh, that's my tweet. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You're hyped for the show, Ghost Fixer. I am... like, I'm always hyped for everything gaming, so there's like an element of excitement, but I'm also not expecting to come away from it with like my jaw on the floor or anything. It's just going to be 2 hours of hopefully more games than adverts. No, I can't beg people to like share my own tweets, Isla. I've been tricked into that, but like, obviously it's a thing that I should be doing. It's beneficial to me. So if anybody could go on there and retweet that so people know they can come in here and share the entertainment with us. Stop crowding you. Ha! You're not ready for more games. The backlog is too big at the moment. Oh, Chris, you are not going to want to tune into the Xbox show then, because they're probably going to like short-term add to the backlog, I would think. I don't think Summer Game Fest will. I don't think you're going to come away in 2 hours time and go, ah, damn, I've got another thing to play right now. But I think the Xbox showcase, I'm not saying they're going to shadow drop any big games or anything, but I think they'll probably be filling out Game Pass with some imminent releases there. Not necessarily like first party things, but that's for another day. We'll get there. You still just want to play Minecraft? You can play Minecraft. You would retweet it, but you only have one lovely follower, isn't that right? Peter, like, nudge me. I'll follow you on Twitter. God, I follow some right bellends on Twitter. I would very much like to follow more people that are actually good people. Welcome, Baz. Looking forward to some, whatever this is. Confirming the Hellblade Shadow Drop. I confirm all kinds of things. I love to spread the insider information. Phil and Matt Booty doing an interview with Giant Bomb after the showcase could be a sign of confidence. I didn't know that was a thing that was happening. But yes, like they are carrying themselves with some confidence, and they're in a position where things aren't likely to go downhill further for them. Like, there's been a lot of negative sentiment around them for the last month or so, so they can only really knock it out of the park, right? Gotta have loads of games there. But that's for another day. We've got Summer Game Fest. Question is, what is Geoff Keighley's legs? Oh, this is terrible grammar. Are Geoff Keighley's legs going to be worse than last year? Has he been listening to my show? Is he going to wear like more loose fitting trousers and look a little bit less silly? That's the question that we need the answers for. Actually, I'll be really happy if we don't get the answers. If we just don't see his legs for the whole 2 hours, then I'll be content. Like, that'll be lessons learned. Well done presenting it. Jordan, you're not late. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You've only got 2 minutes and 10 seconds to list off all of the games that you completed this week. That might not be long enough. I know how you get through them. Actually, you're suffocating. What? Will Todd Howard have socks on? Todd Howard's not going to be here. That's a question for Sunday, Tom. And is he a sandals man? Have we seen Todd Howard feet before? Blade, if he's gone skin tight shorts, then he has been listening to my show and he's trolling me, which I would also appreciate. Painful Discourse, you're about 3/4, like 3/4 of the game, or 3/4 of an hour. I played Chorus a little bit, like a very little bit. I didn't like the way that it delivered its story very much, though. Looked nice. Looked nice. Flying was nice enough. I flew into some, like... I guess they were drills on the surface. So I flew into some, like, lava or lasers or something. I can't remember. And got exploded. And was like, yeah, that's not bad. I got exploded. At the Fallout 76 reveal, he had loafers and no socks. Look to right piece. Good. It's told a secret written out. It's no socks. Loafers and no socks, which I don't know what culture that means that he hails from, but... Whoa, we've got 37 seconds left. Wonder if they're gonna go... Oh no. There's a ghost door opening. I'm not sure it's supposed to be. Why's my door opening? I'm not sure if I can do anything to fix that. I might have to leave it open for the time being. You can close that if you can. Oh, you're trying to come in. You made me another coffee. It's alright, you're safe. You can pass it to me. You won't. It's my wife and she's very shy. She doesn't want to be seen, but the camera's really small. Like you. Thank you. She watches my streams to check if I need any drinks. Now I've got dual coffees. Eee. A hot one and a cold one. Isla says hi. I told her you said hi. Oh, Summer Game Fest is starting. She'll know you said hi, by the way, Isla, because she must be watching the stream to have identified the coffee issue. Geoff Keighley. Oh no, I can't get rid of it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Game.
It's an improvement.
We are in person, and today we've got a look at what's next.
Still giant shoes, but it's an improvement.
Here in Los Angeles at YouTube Theater, and it feels so good to be in person with a live fan audience for the first time.
Hang on a bit for a moment.
Welcome, everybody.
He's not gone with the spandex this time.
When I started Summer Game Fest back in 2020 from a spare bedroom, I never imagined it would grow into this. Today, the video game industry has...
Shout out anyone you see in the crowd.
Show you what's next. This is a cross-industry...
I didn't see anyone I know.
Meaning no matter where you play games, I hope you'll discover a new
I can make him louder.
wish list. The landscape of video game events has certainly changed over the past few years, but one thing hasn't. There are a lot of great games in development.
That was really loud, right?
Our goal today is to get you excited about the future. In just a few minutes, we'll see the first extended gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1.
You're doing this to make money, and we all know it.
It delivers, don't worry. Alan Wake 2, the reveal of Fortnite's next season. And yes, we do have a very special grand finale that you're not going to want to miss. That's all I'll say right now. But let's get right to the games and gameplay. The first reveal is something you're not expecting, which makes
it's Death Stranding, surely, like at the end.
Here we go.
Okay, let's give you the big screen. Yeah. I heard they completely rebooted this. Like the remake looked terrible last time they showed it.
And taken to a forbidden land. All hope rests with us, the Immortals, to rescue him and save the Empire. But we weren't prepared for what was coming next.
Oh, it's not Prince of Persia.
Then again, they weren't prepared for me.
It's enough full screen. It's not very Ubisoft. Like pan to the open world. You have to tell me on the audio, because I've got, like, when I stream, I've got a little bit ducking so I can still talk over it. But I do want you to hear what you want to hear.
hope is the only thing that keeps us fighting. I will fulfill my destiny and save the kingdom.
Alright, no way, it is a Prince of Persia game. I'm very confused. They've paid people to cheer in the audience.
There's a little surprise. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is coming in January 2024, a brand new action-adventure platformer in the iconic series with deep combat, some huge boss fights, and of course, incredible platforming, puzzles, and animation.
New Prince of Persia.
A modern take on the legendary franchise. You'll be able to see more at Ubisoft Forward, streaming on Monday as part of Summer Game Fest. All right, let's move along to another iconic video game franchise that just celebrated 30 years.
Right, well, it's $9.99. You're not going to subscribe to the Ubisoft service.
For Mortal Kombat 1.
Okay, gonna big screen this when it starts.
It has been 4 years since MK11, and ever
I
since
like Geoff today. He seems quite sincere in his enthusiasm.
Work on the most ambitious MK yet that reboots the series into a new era timeline. And it's coming this September. Everyone has been asking, what does it look like? Who's on the roster? How do the new cameo fighters work? Well, now it is
Guys, I thought you weren't around.
No spoilers, but this video is literally insane. Here is an extended first look at the story, gameplay, and yes, of course, the fatalities of Mortal Kombat 1. Let's do it!
Whoa, bang.
I have had enough of you.
Then go before I put you down.
Fight!
Waiting for an anti-masker to come in and have a go in.
Today, you have proven worthy of joining us. Come, there are other champions I must gather.
What do you want?
Sento, it's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
He's still fighting at the moment.
Enough! Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for.
I don't know, Replicant. If it is, then I'll be playing it in VR, of course. Like you already can Street Fighter.
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
It looks better than previous Mortal Kombat in terms of fluidity. Not that I've played many, but... None of this bullshit has my attention though. Yo. That was Mortal Kombat. What do we think? Yes, it has tag stuff. Oh no, there's more. Wait. The classic fatality. Okay. Peter, there's Unreal Engine 4 and 5 mods, or a modder is doing pretty much universal VR compatibility.
I am so honored to welcome to Summer Game Fest one of our industry's greatest creators, a man who has been loyal to the same franchise and fan base
Street Fighter was,
for more than 3
like,
decades.
that's not going to take me away from Street Fighter from what I've seen, but
to Summer Game Fest, the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed.
I might have a bash at the single player. There's gonna be a talky bit. Shall I sing over the top of it?
Congratulations. They love you. All right. Well, Ed, first of all, thank you for that incredible world premiere. We got to see all the gameplay of MK1, and everyone.
I was saying, so Summer Game Fest, they stream at potato quality. It's not my fault it is potato quality. It comes from there at pretty low, low quality. So I checked the 4K trailers afterwards.
Mortal Kombat 11, Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into, like, you know, a fire god, right? And he created a brand new universe. And this universe, this is why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1, is because this is the beginning of a new timeline. A number of these characters you've seen before, but they're told in a completely different story. And so Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers now, and there's all these things that were rivalries before are now allies, and so mixing the whole thing up. So we're just kind of rebooting, and that's what the 1 is for.
Well, it looks incredible. Everything we saw there was, you know, in-game gameplay.
Gaz tells me the story is good in Mortal Kombat. I've not heard anybody else back him up on that.
The thing we got to talk about are these cameos, because we saw some pretty amazing stuff.
Because that sounded like horse shit.
How does that work? You have your sort of your main, you know, character that you'll pick, and then I know you also have a separate.
Put the subs on and turn the volume down.
When you start the game.
Yeah, normally in a fighting game you'll see a roster basically.
It's not a terrible idea.
Select your character. After you do that, there's a second roster of characters, which are a whole new, completely different fighters that are the cameo fighters. And these fighters.
Is there a YouTube shortcut button to enable and disable captions?
A lot of blank squares there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like imagine yourself with Sub-Zero, but you have some of Jack's moves, and you can call him out. You can do it multiple times, as you saw in the gameplay. You know, so you can you can basically combine these two.
I'll do it with a click for now.
Characters can be combined with all the cameo fighters, and that's where you see. That's where the players.
Jordan, you have to try Street Fighter. Even if you don't like fighting games, you have to come and fight me.
You know, the best team ups.
Well, so how does that work? So you're in gameplay, you have your.
You're gonna guess C. Someone look it up for me. I'm not on top chat. I'm on. Not knowing whether I should rudely talk over the top of them or not, chat. I'm reading everything that you say.
Basically summoning, but they have a variety, so you can go, you know, push that button with towards. And
As an uneducated fight game person, it looks like they'd upped the gore. The gore is like.
Oh, I see. So you can bring them in a combo. Almost.
Exactly.
It's
and you see there's like a meter up.
Really childish to me. Like properly written by a 9-year-old trying to be edgy kind of gore. That's the vibe that I've always got from Mortal Kombat's Blood. I don't think this is more bloody than the recent releases. Looks like more of the same.
So Sonya, you saw come out there. Sometimes you'll see them appear twice.
Not squeamish. They can show all of these things and it's fine. It's just like, that's just silly.
Is it a different set of characters that'll be in the cameos? Are there some repeats from the main roster? How will that work?
Yeah. Some of the characters are going to be available as cameos as well as.
But some people do love that.
Sub-Zero with Sub-Zero, right? You can play.
My issue with Mortal Kombat has always more so been that it just wasn't as fun to play as Street Fighter. And I'm going like way back to when Mortal Kombat first came out. And the characters, when they were fighting, if you punched, they stood on the spot going with no fluid movement behind it whatsoever. And if you happen to catch someone in your sequence of lean back punching, then they just stood there going and getting punched until they fell over. And that kind of janky mechanic isn't exactly what they're doing anymore, but it's always just felt like gore over gameplay since that first release.
Well, speaking of 90 old games. Let's talk. You confirmed, I think, or it's at least known that Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually going
However, the gameplay that they showed today did look like they've learned a fair amount since then. It did look a lot more fluid.
People don't know the story. I mean, Bloodsport was such an inspiration for Mortal Kombat, so he finally is now part of it.
It's a huge first full circle moment. You know, the first Mortal Kombat game we originally wanted to be.
No one cares about this stuff. Yeah, fair enough.
Never really worked out. So I can't tell you how many times over the last 30 years we've tried to get him. You know, we were this close, like 4 or 5 times. And so finally we got him, and he's doing the voice.
I'm bored of Mortal Kombat now.
So you're going to hear Jean-Claude, his voice doing Johnny Cage lines and stuff like that. We're really excited about it.
Wow. Well, I know the team has been working.
I don't know what to say. You got Jean-Claude Van Damme. Okay, cool.
In September, so we don't have to wait long, right?
Cool. He did some fun films in the 80s. That's nice.
Secret to keep over the last 4 years. And so, but we could.
Van Damme is voicing Johnny Cage in this game, yes.
Players' hands on it, and you know, throughout the summer, we're going to be showing a lot more content, a lot more characters, a lot more cameo characters. You know, so.
I don't know what year, Dodge. It was not recent, was it?
Thank you so much for giving us the first.
Wasn't he around in the 80s? Isn't that when like Kickboxer and stuff was, or is it? What year was Universal Soldier? Someone find out.
Main roster and cameos. Ed Boon, thank you so much. First look at Mortal Kombat. Awesome. Thanks so much. Amazing. So excited about that one. All right.
What have I done wrong? Being accurate with my assessment there.
Another big and anticipated ARPG is Path
Here
of
we go.
Exile 2
ARPG.
Gear Games, who have faithfully been updating and patching the original PoE since its release in 2013. We have
Path of Exile. Interesting.
on the sequel in over 2 years, but that changes right now. Here is your first look at a raw gameplay capture.
Does anyone play the first Path of Exile?
A sequel that pushes the engine and gameplay to a new level.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I'm excited, even though I don't play Path of Exile.
Where are the gods?
Looks a lot like Diablo.
What's going on?
Oh, with roll! They've got the roll in! Diablo's dead to me now. Path of Exile character can roll. Roll again. Show me it's not on a cooldown. Don't like the music. Path of Exile 2. Find out more on July 28th. Someone get me the YouTube shortcut for captions, please. I beg you.
Mark the release of Street Fighter 6, a game we featured last year at Summer Game Fest. Well, the team at Capcom has an important update to share with you right now.
Don't want to do it with my mouse. Capcom. Subtitles. It's Metal Ryu. Taken like a leap right out of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Advanced artificial intelligence, Leviathan. Welcome to Bikitoa Island.
Oh no, it's not. Leviathan's, yeah, this game. Primordial Exoprimal, that's what it's called. Oh no, what a terrible crossover. Capcom collab one. I don't like that, but okay. Oh, it is C, so you did Google it. So I can just press C, and okay, it still brings up the stupid bar, but it does bring the subtitles up.
Facing off against a dinosaur
No, it
probably
doesn't.
wasn't on your bingo card for today's show. That Street Fighter Cross Exoprimal collab will launch in the fall, with the game coming out on July 14th. But guess what, guys? That may actually not be the craziest collaboration on the show today. Check this out.
Oh, I can't just press things that might do something different, Nyla. It might have been like a chapter select or something. I'm live right now. Guesswork isn't acceptable.
You may think you know.
Go away.
That's right. Nicolas Cage is coming to Dead by Daylight in July. I mean, I don't know how these things happen, but
It is me, Gaz. I am me.
I figured the easiest way to find out is probably to go right to the source. This man's bold creative choices have earned him an Academy Award and a few memes on the internet across more than 4 decades of incredible film.
Right.
Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest, Nicolas Cage.
Okay, so Jean-Claude Van Damme versus Nicolas Cage. Who is older?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Happy to meet you.
Nick, I gotta say, welcome to the video game world.
Oh, wow. Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy to be invited to your very, very cool club, everybody.
Finally, I mean,
He's mocking us.
This is such a crazy, unexpected collaboration. I gotta understand, how did this come about? I mean, some people be like, oh, maybe he'll show up in Fortnite. Maybe he'll be in a Hideo Kojima game. But Dead by Daylight, I mean, how does this happen?
Well, it's a museum of horror, right?
Yes.
And when I make movies, one of my favorite genres is horror. And in this, and in that genre, there's a character.
He has never touched a video game. Picking that vibe up already. Okay.
Appearance in this game, so that was good enough for me.
Okay. That's what, yeah, I mean, that's what's fun is you're playing one of the survivors in this game, and it's cool that, you know, it really is this museum of horror. Michael Myers, you said all these different characters all coming together. And you play yourself, or who do you play? So
I play this heightened, exaggerated version of a film actor named Nick Cage. He's going to a location thinking he's making a movie, and instead he wakes up in the fog.
JJ, exactly, that is how it happened.
Surrounded by crows and serial killers, and it's rather amusing. And there's something about it that I think, as a survivor, is like a bonding experience. It's a bit like hide and go seek. You have your 3 other teammates who are survivors.
This is Keanu's fault, by the way.
Working together to pull through, and I like that. And so that was a large reason for wanting to do it as well, that feeling of bonding with your friends.
And you're fully in for this. I know we heard your voice in there, so you recorded lines for it and everything?
See, I want you to know when you're playing the Nick Cage survivor, I even have, when you're choosing your skins, I even say, always remember to dress to match your talent. I want you to know that you're with me, that we're one, that we're fused. And so it was important to
The
me.
Rock's fault? No, it's Nicholas. It's not. Obviously, it's partly Nicolas Cage's fault, but it's Keanu's fault.
Expression of a sigh, whatever it is, it's my voice, so that we are fused.
All right.
The reception that Keanu got made other outfits go, wow, it's worth paying for these people. Gamers love it.
It's such an awesome kind of, collaboration with so many different characters. For you, I mean, how did you find out about Dead by Daylight? Do you know much about the video game
Somebody
world?
very important in my family is a Dead by Daylight enthusiast, and that really put the hook in, pun intended. See, Dead by Daylight to me was an opportunity to branch out. I've never been invited into this space before.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for new adventures. So this to me was like, wow, I can make a whole new audience, meet a whole new audience, and branch out and go on.
On the other hand, I've always liked it when proper recognized actors do lend their voice to a game. That's always cool. But I like it when it's like when you go into the Elder Scrolls Oblivion and you meet Patrick Stewart and you're like, I recognize that voice. That's Patrick Stewart. And they haven't brought him on stage and said, pretend you like video games and stuff. It's just someone with talent giving their voice to a game.
It's a very immersive experience when you're acting out.
This is just weird.
Because every move, every grunt, every sigh you make has to be timed perfectly with the gamer's moves. So that was something that I learned from this, and I'm always looking to learn something.
Well, we love having you in the video game world. We want to see Nick Cage in more games.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Nick, thank you so much. Hopefully the first of many. Nicolas Cage, great to see you, man. Awesome. There you go. Lock it in.
Oh, he didn't come up with an equivalent. You're breathtaking. He's
now, for all of you
doomed.
who play Nick Cage in Dead by Daylight, the chapter officially comes out on July 25th on PC and console, but PC players can try it earlier by downloading the player test build on July 5th. And here's an exclusive first.
Oh, I nearly lost my arcade stick.
Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight.
I'm not even putting this on the full screen. Shut your face. But I'll get rid of the subtitles for a minute. Put that volume back up. Does anyone play Dead by Daylight? It's really, really popular on streaming platforms. Like, it's a thing I probably should learn about.
Damn right I made it.
Yeah, Garrett's model.
Game Fest. All right, thank you very much, Nick. Now, lately we've been seeing an incredible number of video game adaptations. But back in 2019, The Witcher on Netflix, inspired by the Witcher book series, showed the potential
TV series
adaptations. And later this month, Season 3, Volume 1 arrives, and now it's time for the world premiere of the trailer, introduced by Henry Cavill and the cast.
Hello, Witcher fans. We are all gathered here today to share something with you.
Be sure to tune into The Witcher Season 3. Volume 1 Volume 1 debuts on June 29th, only on Netflix.
So,
Get ready to watch the world premiere of our brand new trailer for
like,
Season 3 of The Witcher.
Thanks for tuning in.
the series was okay, but everyone knows that Henry Cavill's left and it's going to turn weird for season 4. So, I don't know. He's a big gamer. Likes Total War Warhammer. Yes, I'm aware. I'm not turning this up. It's like a TV series. We're not here for TV series, are we? World of Warcraft, yeah, maybe. Like, he's more of a Total War person as far as I know. That's the one he always references when he's doing TV spots. But definitely a PC nerd, yes. And his portrayal of Geralt is very much based on the CD Projekt Red. I can't remember the guy's name. Who's the guy that plays Geralt in the games? Because he plays him in exactly the same like tone of voice and mannerisms. It's not bad, Kratos. It's not bad at all, the series. It's just not as good as the games.
There is no hiding her from it. You sure about this?
Are you?
And like I say, it's I mentioned him acting out like mannerisms and voice very similar to the portrayal in the games, because it didn't have to be. The TV series licenses the book, not the games, so they are in theory different takes on the same material. In practice, very clearly aware of the game while they do it.
History has a way of repeating itself.
Exactly, JJ. So there's one more series where he's still in it, but you know it's weirdness. Like, they should have killed him off rather than recast him, or I don't know, just ended the series with 3 seasons. I don't know. That's probably not the right answer. It's difficult with TV stuff. So much stuff does get cancelled before it's run its course. And so much stuff gets overextended when it has run its course. It was always naive to hope for a well-contained story.
And then wow, fangs, just like a boatload of fangs, all up in your business.
Netflix plans start at $7 a month. Don't share it with your friends. Okay. Oh, this is a game. From the creators of the Vanishing of Q&Asa, something Bulletstorm. Let's do this one big. I'm excited. Subtitles gone. Getting progressively less excited. No, it's cool. There's a mask. There's a big skull thing. There's a dodge button and a shotgun. And a crossbow. And some red. And some grass. And a troll. With a rocket launcher. A blunderbuss and magic. It's called Witchfire. Good. I was right not to guess at the game. I hadn't quite seen it. I've just seen lots of games like it. Advert. Oh no, PlayStation VR 2 required. I'm excited. Full screen. Oh, Crossfire. Okay. They did say beforehand that they had a live action / gameplay reveal for Crossfire. Very difficult to portray virtual reality properly through flat screen dodge. I'm saying flat screen for your benefit because I know you hate pancakes.
Let's go.
Crossfire Sierra Squad. Okay, cool. Still no idea whether that would turn out to be any good or not, because it's Crossfire. This is advertising a TV. It's a gaming TV. It's very fast. It's ultra wide, which I'm less keen on. Might have to get one anyway. No, I'm not going to get one.
We have no choice. The root will destroy.
This looks a lot more Remnant, but
For all time.
but they could just as well tell me it's more of that Witchfire and I would believe them. It looks too ugly to be Remnant.
No turning back after this. You sure?
So there's stuff to shoot and mate with and shoot. Frickin' lasers. And that stuff. Robots. My commentary's like adding much to this whole scene, right? Evil West 0.5. I use Remnant too. That's looking sort of underwhelming, but that didn't look as good as the first Remnant, did it, Dad? I'm sure it didn't.
To come, including a first look at the gameplay of Alan Wake 2, the world premiere of the new season of Fortnite, Call of Duty Season 4, and maybe a few more surprises for you. As we go through today's reveals, use the hashtag gaming on
Activision
TikTok,
must be pissed
to react to the news. And we want
that they put Fortnite in the subject line,
live on TikTok,
not Call of
Twitch,
Duty.
YouTube, and other platforms. For those of
Shut
you
up,
on
Geoff.
Twitch, we also have a special Warframe Twitch drop, a free Steinax Warframe for watching more than 30 minutes of the show.
You have a lot of faith in that game, but the first one looked better than that trailer, right? Painful Discourse has seen it before.
Gaming Hero is set to return later this year in a brand new game built from the ground up in a style that I think is going to get this fan base and longtime fans of video games very excited. Here's another
Old people. Just say old people, Geoff.
New thrills with a classic feel.
What are you doing, Sega? Be careful. Sonic is back in a brand new adventure. Okay, that's never happened before. Go on then, you can full screen for a bit, Sonic. But I would have been more interested when he went from like old Sonic into new Sonic. Yeah, they said they'd remastered the game again and made it look different. Been cool. I don't know. Sega aren't good at these. Who am I kidding? I don't want to go back and play Sonic anyway. I want to like Sonic because he's a freaking squid. What's going on? That's enough full screen Sonic. You need to see my face going, This is not their epic super massive game project or whatever Sega said they were doing. I don't actually hate 2D platformers, Tony. Like, 2D platformers are what got me into gaming in the first place, pretty much. So, it's 3D platformers that I dislike.
A new standard for 2D classic Sonic that's bound to appeal to new and legacy fans alike. This past April, Honkai Star Rail launched, and as you're about to see, the game is
Honkai Star Rail.
fantasy RPGs. However, we don't just have a new peak for current players, but also for those awaiting the game's release on PlayStation. Take a look.
Oh dear, it's going to be the next Genshin Impact.
I wish this universe had a few more things to do. Don't you get bored running across the map every day?
Team Trailblaze back from duty. Mission 1 accomplished. Where's our next?
Why is Gaz doing the voiceover?
Another busy day ahead of us. For the clouds. Boom! From the boat!
The tournament's starting. Great! Let me get warmed up. Strike first!
There's enough full screen of that one. Has anyone ever touched Genshin Impact, let alone Honkai Rail thing? I've heard people say this one's almost really good, but then the monetization hits you in the face really hard. Like, it's very much a mobile game in terms of free to play, pay to win.
Never mind, I miscalculated.
Yet so was Genshin Impact, and that's hugely popular.
Can you let me have some fun this time? Time for a buzz.
Not on Xbox again, mate. Not on PlayStation 4 either, which is possibly more unusual.
This year on PlayStation. All right, inspired by the story of Pinocchio, Lies of P is a Soulsborne-like game from the team at NeoWiz, which is coming to Game Pass, PlayStation, and PC this year. Well, if you're wondering exactly when, we have news to share with you on its release with this brand new trailer.
Brand new trailer, boom.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
We're about to find out, Dodge. He didn't say Xbox, he did say Game Pass, but yes. To be fair, I think Microsoft have formally dropped Xbox off of the Game Pass marketing. It is just supposed to be called Game Pass now and not Xbox Game Pass. I saw Mike Rose saying something about that. Yes, it's Lies of P. They're singing in French and reminding me of my beloved Manon. I want to go play Street Fighter. Yes, Painful Discourse. It is weird to not mention it when it is a platform you could buy the game on if you want to. Furious about this one. Like, so many people try to do Souls games and end up falling by the wayside. This one might be the one that breaks that mold.
But let's not make it a habit.
Yeah, I agree as a player. I'm not saying they shouldn't have said Xbox. Just observing that Microsoft don't say Xbox Game Pass anymore. They just say Game Pass.
That's right, a demo for Lies
So a
of
slightly self-inflicted wound.
available across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check it out and prepare for the
He said it then. There you go. He said it then.
Now it's time for the reveal of a visually stunning new game based on a classic manga with a story and world created by one of the most celebrated anime artists of all time. This is one of those games that I feel lucky we get to reveal for the first time here at Summer Game Fest. And I think
I'm excited.
once you see the gameplay.
I am hyped.
Unreal Engine 5.
Shut up.
Here we go.
Whoa. Come on. Reordering it now. Cancelled. So the last RPG I know he was involved in was Blue Dragon. I'm sure he's done other stuff since, besides obviously like animated game conversions. This is not like Blue Dragon. Sandland. What a terrible name. Terrible name. No, terrible name. Can't with the name. Pre-order definitely cancelled on account of it being called Sandland.
Sandland, get ready to become an unlikely hero in an adventure where you don't.
I like that the subtitle says speaking Japanese. He's not. Okay.
Excited to see more of it soon. Independent games are such an important part.
He did the art, Isla. He didn't have to do the name.
Very important to us at Summer Game Fest is supporting those creators as well. After the live show, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from I'm8bit and Double Fine with some incredible indie game reveals. Now, one of the biggest independent publishers is Annapurna Interactive. And later this month, as part of Summer Game Fest, they'll be revealing a number of ambitious new projects. Let's
Yes, it did look shit. I can't deny it.
in this little tease.
Dragon Quest was before Blue Dragon, right? Do they still make... Oh no, of course they make Dragon Quest games still. You're absolutely right. Now what am I looking at? I did exclude the Dragon Ball games, but you're right about the other thing, Dragon Quest. Annapurna, I'm not sure about Annapurna yet. They're a bit hit or miss for me. They're not like a Devolver Digital yet. I don't hate them, like they're trying. But they're not like Midas Touch Goldmine.
I wonder what that was at the end. We'll find out later this month. All right, next, we're stepping into the world of Throne and Liberty, a free-to-play PC and console.
No, we're not, actually, Geoff.
Microsoft and Amazon games with an always-changing environment, massive scale, PvPvE, and the ability to transform into creatures.
I'm a little bit interested.
Land, sea, and air. Here's a look at Throne and Liberty.
Like if it wasn't free to play, it might have something.
Our guiding star has shattered. Its shards scattered across the world.
They're doing the Invincible. Who's doing the Invincible? I like an MMO.
Searches for these lost fragments.
I don't like a free-to-play MMO.
Destroying anything in their path.
It isn't to say they can never be done well, but I don't trust NCSoft to be the ones.
Harness their power.
So Amazon also published Lost Ark, and the monetization in that free-to-play MMORPG is not pleasant. Which is a shame because the game otherwise looked amazing. This game doesn't look so amazing, but you never know. Free-to-play is an instant turn-off though. Doesn't look like it wants to be anything like Final Fantasy XIV, and Final Fantasy XIV is a World of Warcraft reskin, so if it did want to be Final Fantasy XIV, you'd have to call it a World of Warcraft wannabe. So, flying around. Manly macho orgasms. I don't think that's what it stands for, Tony. And it's especially not the vibe that I would get from Final Fantasy, your favorite MMO. Art design is Final Fantasy wannabe. Okay.
Looks great. I also want to say hello to everybody.
Looks great was the least convincing Geoff could have been.
On June 19th, Steam Next Fest does return, giving fans a chance to try out hundreds of new in-development games. One of them is the free-to-play medieval fantasy sword fighting game Warhaven from Nexon, which lets you transform into supernatural immortals. Here's a new look.
Okay, another free-to-play jobby. This one's from Nexon. I still believe there's a world where free-to-play can be done properly and not be evil. But it is such a rarity.
Cities rise and empires fall, but it's a war worth fighting. We're taking up our arms, hold the line up here.
There's lots of stuff breaking and people doing things. It's the kind of thing where there'll be loads and loads of players involved in this game having a time, and then there'll be a few players that spent loads of money to be the most powerful ones in the world, actually having more fun than everybody else. Pass. Next game. Sorry developers, I know you've worked very hard to make this real. I am an asshole, and I want to see the next game. That was a paid character, that glowy one. Message retracted, chat disconnected. Oh no.
Hey, this is not...
What's happening? Shut up, Summer Game Fest. Why are they showing a load of streamers whose streams seem way worse than my own? That's not fair. Horrible noises. Dodge has spoken.
Pilgrims, summer is coming, and with it, a lot of cool stuff will make its way to Dying Light Tuesday Human. Get ready for darker, more dangerous nights and...
It's very dark and very compressed.
Rolling out with the next update in June. Then, right after that, we'll kick off...
You can have some subtitles.
...you have never seen before. Trust me, for one of them, you will want to get your butt barbed wired. Very soon, you will get the deadliest summers to date.
That's not Dying Light. Oh no, what's happened? It stopped. It's not me, it is the stream. Crash Bandicoot Rumble nonsense. Is this game already out? Did it release without me realizing? Crash Team Rumble, oh no, it's available June. Psychonauts on the other hand, oh it's not Psychonauts, it's Samsung Gaming Hub. Play over 300 games on our best gaming TVs. No console required, uh-oh. What kind of controller was that? Was that a controller that ships with a Samsung TV? It looked horrible. Hey, but it's because you played the demo of that Crash thing, Dead on Arrival. Yeah, I'm not touching the Crash thing.
Welcome back to Summer Game Fest. Isn't that great, by the way? Crash Team Rumble is going to feature playable Ripperoo and N-Jin, Neo Cortex's right-hand guy in Season 1. Now, it's time to change the topic and descend into madness. Joining me is a guy who was last on stage at the
Yes! Descending into madness I can do.
Alan Wake 2.
Sam Lake talking about Alan Wake 2.
Please welcome from Remedy, Sam Lake.
It's a good get, but I'm not in the mood for listening. I want to watch gameplay. It'll get there. I'll turn him up a bit so you can hear Sam Lake.
Looking dapper as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we are so excited because when you announced Alan Wake at the Game, or Alan Wake 2 at the Game Awards, you said
Yes, we've got subtitles covering his stupid shoes. In your face, Geoff.
and we are so excited about this, Sam. I know it's been a long time coming for fans and for you. 13 years since the first Alan Wake. So tell us a bit about what can we...
Kratos, you stayed. I'm so flattered.
Quite a journey, yes. Yeah. Alan Wake 2 is Remedy's first survival horror game. We have 2 playable characters.
All of the guests have been dressed sharper than Geoff so far.
They are on their own separate, terrifying journeys through 2 different worlds, and yet it's all connected. And the player gets to switch between them at given points in the story as they choose.
Yeah, we saw, obviously, at the PlayStation event, you revealed Saga, the second character. Tell us a bit about her. She's in Bright Falls, and she's sort of living a narrative that Alan has written.
You like a good suit. I'll do better next time. I'm sorry. You can't even see my t-shirt. It's fine.
So, yes, we have Alan Wake, our title character, of course, trying to escape from the nightmare dimension of the dark place. And then we have Saga, our new hero, FBI agent, coming to the Pacific Northwest small town of Bright Falls, together with her partner, Alex Casey.
Okay. So how and they're somehow linked in some way, right?
They are coming to investigate a series of ritualistic murders.
Okay.
And very quickly, the
I don't know what stuff you say is true about your father and what stuff is for effect.
Pages of a horror story. Maybe written by a certain missing writer.
By the initials AEW.
And this horror story starts to come true around them.
Interesting. So obviously it's, Alan is still going to be playable in the game. You're going to experience his journey, but Saga, this is sort of new character, and there is that sort of link. Tell us a bit about, you said split 50-50. Do they have separate missions? Because I think you can play them in sort of different sequences or orders if you want, right?
Yeah, we go into the experience playing as Saga.
Okay.
And it's a sequel, but it's also a standalone experience. We are not expecting everybody to do homework if they have not played the original game. This can be enjoyed.
I'm ready. Show me the game.
Doesn't know anything about the lore, about the supernatural in this world. She will be going.
How long's the show? Up to 2 hours.
She has to learn to survive, and with that, all the players will be on that journey with her. And then we open up the experience so that you can hop to play Alan Wake.
I don't think I particularly enjoyed the first Alan Wake. I still expect Alan Wake 2 to be really good.
In the Pacific Northwest, as the investigation goes on, and you are free to switch between them. There are a lot of connection points. In many surprising ways, but there is no.
That's true, Peter. When the show drags, we can all just have our little chat.
Go on as Alan all the way close to the end, or as Saga, or you can keep hopping between these two sides of it.
Well, you're always so good at kind of telling challenging, interesting narratives in unique ways. I mean, Remedy's always been known for that, and you especially. So we can't wait to see how these stories intertwine, I'm sure, throughout the experience. Today, though, I know you brought with you some gameplay of Saga's adventure. We're just going to see a raw segment of the game.
I didn't enjoy the shine a torch on the enemy before you can shoot them mechanic in Alan Wake. That got old before I got very far into it.
They're hyped, Sam. They're ready for it.
And it might be that's like goes away quite soon, but it was still there while I was playing.
Supernatural forces of darkness.
I like the atmosphere.
Brought the murder victim, in this case, back to life as a monster. And Saga is outside Bright Falls at Cauldron Lake, trying to find him and stop him.
Okay, with that, let's take a look at raw,
Susan, you tell me no, what have I done?
Alan Wake 2. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Nah, so I played Alan Wake 2 late was all. I played it a couple of years after it came out. I played it on the PC, and all of the characters were very, very wooden at that point. And then the gameplay was a bit like, shine torch, shoot baddie, shine torch, shoot baddie. And I just fell off of it. But I actually do really like Remedy. I liked Quantum Break. A lot of people don't, but I liked it. And and Control, much as I didn't finish it. I was enjoying what I was playing. I like smashing stuff. I like the Northlight engine. So I'm looking forward to Alan Wake 2, despite not necessarily liking the first one.
Sounds like somebody's home.
It's got drips. I can hear lots of drips. And you could probably knock all of this shit off those tables because that's what Remedy games are like. Yeah, stuff falling everywhere. Good, good. Physics. We like physics. There was a door right there. Like, I know you're a bad guy, but there was literally a door. Now he uses doors. And there's no shining a torch. Like, obviously she's got a torch, but... I'm not sure that Alan Wake's aged nicely at all, Replicant. It would be nice if they gave it a little bit of a remaster touch-up treatment. Oh no, she's shining a torch on it. Now she's going to eat the heart.
Legible. I knew it would be here, like I saw it in a dream.
Chomp.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. Killer left a message.
It's for us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right!
What's the theme of the game, Daj? Shining a torch on puzzles. I understand.
A long time coming, but Alan Wake 2 looks incredible. Thank you to Sam and Remedy for that first look at gameplay. Now let's get a first look at the co-op campaign of Warhammer Space Marine 2 from Saber and Focus.
What did I say? Oh, Space Marine 2. Let's go. That should be fun.
Splinter Fleet. They engaged us on 2 planets, Avarax and Kadaku.
I don't know Warhammer 40k lore at all.
Reinstatement. There could be questions. Will that be a problem? No, Captain. Tyranids! My pledge is eternal service. Xenos inbound!
A lot of stuff to shoot at a very low frame rate. This is the same trailer as they showed before of this game, right? This isn't new.
Be slaughtered.
Maybe there's a few new bits spliced into it, I'm not sure.
Open the gates.
What's the first one co-op?
I thought a piece of that statue would offer more sport. Hold them back, damn it! For Ultramar! For the Emperor!
It's nice that they shout it so honestly, because that is obviously not performing well right now. But... oh wait, we're on another trailer. Wait, big. I know this game. I played the first one a bit. This is a Mike Rose. Yes, Your Grace. Who's doing like noisy stuff? Yeah, no more robots, Mike Rose. Yes, Your Grace Snowfall. Not even a Yes, Your Grace 2. They've gone for an original naming convention.
Beautiful indie game, Yes, Your Grace, Snowfall. Now it is time for another global game announcement, and this one comes from the minds of Saber Interactive, Focus Entertainment, and yes, horror master John Carpenter. It's a brand new world, a brand new story, and looks like a heck of a lot of fun. Check this out.
Saber gets to make their own game. That's exciting. They're normally a support studio.
We gotta be ready. Nobody half-asses it this time. Ruby.
On my mark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name.
What? It's not exactly a unique concept of a game, but like, you could tell me it was that World War Z and I would believe you, but well, why not, eh? Why not? Tony. Oh, they did the World War Z co-op shooter if I played that. Okay, so it's no wonder it's familiar then.
More unexpected collaboration. Sean Carpenter and Saber with Toxic Commando. That looks tons of fun. You guys think any of those zombies made it? This August brings the long-awaited full 1.0 release of Baldur's Gate 3. And
this is going to be an incredible game, I rather suspect.
We're about to see the reveal of Lord Enver Gortash, the commander of a mechanical army of Steel Watchers. He's a second antagonist and is voiced by a familiar name.
Boom. The Divinity original skin. Yeah, let's go with it. The Divinity original skin games are brilliant.
Now by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without.
You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them. A new age is upon us. Gods have mercy on those who would stand in our way. A mad dog understands the yank of the leash on the hand of its master, but it cannot be an equal.
Who is it? Who's that?
My equal. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Friends, allies, to my side. Let us usher in a new...
Yes, stars. They had a big stand for it at EGX last year.
I'm not ready to call you enemy. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
Are they going to announce the Xbox version or are they keeping it?
It was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
You only remember Fall Guys,
Baldur's Gate 3 is on track, Sven tells me still, for the end of August, and we can't wait to check that out. All right, this fall, Marvel Games and Insomniac are set to bring Spider-Man 2 exclusively to PlayStation 5. Sounds like you guys are a little hyped, so to tell us more is Brian Intihar,
Where's Spider-Man
game
here?
director at Insomniac. Brian, thanks for coming by. I know you guys are deep
See, he's not wearing a sharp suit. He was, and he was feeling sorry for Geoff, so he's like, oh,
Okay.
You know,
has anyone got any, like, pajamas?
I mean, it has 2 on the box for a reason, because this game features 2 Spider-Men, so we're really excited about it.
Absolutely. Peter and Miles.
It has 2 on the box because it features 2 Spider-Mans. Shut up.
2 characters. Some great gameplay at the PlayStation.
That's not more than 2 means, you bellend.
Villains, I think, in the game. There may be more.
There are more. There are more out there. I
2
promise.
main ones, but we have some new art to show of. We obviously Craven. We got the reveal at the PlayStation event. So tell us a bit about him and how he factors
So
into
Craven's very different from any character we've done. He's not, he's not powered by magic or tech.
Little known, like, insider fact, Craven has 2 feet, and that's why it's got 2 on the box.
Marvel characters that live in New York City. So Peter, Miles, and others. He's on the hunt.
And others. ...
Yes. Yes.
But Venom also, obviously, symbiote is a part of this whole story, as we saw in the gameplay. Oh, there you go. Good reaction to the art.
I'm glad you're happy.
I don't know how much you're going to tell us about Venom. Is this, can you tell, is this an Osborn Venom? Can you tell us, what's the origin of Eddie Brock?
Exactly, Tony. That could be why there's a 2 on the box.
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
Our goal was to tell an original story, something you haven't seen in the comics or the movies yet. Obviously, we love Venom for a reason.
Yeah.
All those things you love about the character are going to be
Show me something brief. We've obviously seen Spider-Man.
You have to play the game to see how it goes.
Really?
Yeah.
That there's a bit of a tease. Now, obviously, the symbiote is a big part of the gameplay, and
They could give it a better showing, though, couldn't they?
that you showed at the PlayStation Showcase was
Like a tighter trailer.
is going to really impact the gameplay.
Tighter gameplay trailer, I should say.
Tell us a bit about that and how the gameplay is going to be dramatically different.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw it in just the raw power, the strength, and even the transformation of Peter's moves in that gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
We call him the acrobatic improviser,
Right.
him and Miles, but
So they're not going to show anything.
there's a lot more strength, a lot more raw power, aggression, which you saw both in the moves and how Peter talks. So it's not just what happens in gameplay; it's what happens how the story plays out.
Interesting. So how it affects him as well.
Yeah, I mean,
They're bothering to show, like, the footage from the PlayStation show, so there's nothing new to see
The
here.
journey is also more expansive. You've got Queens, Brooklyn, so even more of sort of
I mean, the
city
city
right?
is pretty much doubled in size. So it's Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and then being able to use the web wings to traverse
Drink.
than they were before is really awesome.
Hugely ambitious game you guys have been building over the past few years.
So what is everyone's highlight of the show so far?
At the end, fall 2023, and I think we're like getting close to that. Are you guys feeling confident that you're gonna make it this fall?
Jeff, I know you like exclusives.
Yes.
And I can promise you we are very confident what we're going to tell you right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Whoop. Oh, everyone said September and they were wrong. Never trust in everyone.
October 20th, Spider-Man 2, exclusively for PlayStation 5.
Got it.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thanks so much for stopping by. I know you got a lot of work to do. Wrapping up the game, but we'll check it out.
You don't smoke anymore, Dodge. You're a health nut now.
We got our date. All right. Now let's take a look at Pal World, a multiplayer open-world survival crafting game where you can befriend and collect mysterious creatures called Pal, who can also fight. In other words,
I hate this game.
Kind of like Pokemon with guns. And then we're going to look at the Land of the Morning Light, a new expansion to Black Desert Online, which recreates the mythical folktales from Korea's Joseon dynasty, and some huge bosses too.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's already better than Pokemon. But I still hate it. This is still surreal. What's surreal? Yeah, the captions are very delayed. Even like the audio, the syncing of the audio for the whole show is kind of off anyway, but the captions are obviously appearing a fair amount later. Oh, this is the Black Desert Online thingamy thing. A game I have never played, but you can spend a long time fishing if you want to. Okay, this one can go small. No one's going to go and play Black Desert if they haven't already played it. Sorry, trailer. Always shows quite well. Looks like it has quite neat combat for an MMORPG, but I knew someone that was playing this game when it came out many years ago, and they literally left their PC on for like 3 days to leave their character fishing so that they could open trade routes or something nonsense like that.
More than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves. With hammer and axe we mine and scout.
I've heard of this and I can't remember what it's called. Obviously it's a Lord of the Rings thing, and it's obviously the one where you play as a dwarf. It's like
Yet the greatest treasure remains
probably named after Moria. You can build, you can pick, you can beard. You can roll, you can crossbow.
Come, my fellow dwarves.
You can not raise the graphic settings above potato.
It's time we took back our home.
Return to Moria. I'm sorry, it doesn't look good. The Lord of the Rings IP is being abused these days. Occasional buffering. Oh no, I'm sorry if it's doing that. Actually, no, I'm not seeing any buffering, so it shouldn't be doing that. I have 0.0% packets dropped, 0.0% frames missed, and 0.0% skipped frames. Everything should be perfect, which is nice for me to see. Perfect is how I like to do things. Oh, Geoff, you freaking ruined it with your shoes. It was all going so well. Oh, legendary franchise for iOS, Android. Final Fantasy ruined by mobile. Sephiroth is on a phone. I freaking hate this. Go away. I kind of want to play it, but tell me it's free and I'm definitely not touching it. This doesn't need to be big, it's ugly, right? Keep it small. What is it, an Apple mobile? It's all of... Oh, was he holding an Apple mobile? No, he was not. It was a distinctly not Apple, which means it has to be Android phone. Ever Crisis. There was one guy in the crowd who's like, yeah! All by himself.
For Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis has just started, and users will have the chance to participate in an upcoming closed beta test. Now, speaking of Final Fantasy... No. Today during Summer Game Fest, DoorDash has your back. You can get a free burrito when you order from Taco Bell using the code GameFest. Plus, get the chance to win a Final Fantasy 16 prize pack. DoorDash, stay in your game. Yep, we got you. All right. Now here's a look at a game we debuted last year at TGA. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden, the story of two ghost hunters in the haunted wilds of North America.
Okay, trailer time. Ghost Hunters, boom.
Life to the living, death to the dead.
If there is a Final Fantasy 16 demo today, I shall not be playing it.
We end suffering for those who live. We bring closure to those who don't. I want us back, Red. I want revenge on what killed me. I want to live.
As the man says, we face a choice, simple and awful. I banish you. Death to the dead.
They're like what, Sony?
To be together again.
He's Final Fantasy bait.
Or do we part forever?
I'm just sad that I can't actually get the burrito. Like, I don't think they deliver to my little village in England.
Red.
Every bloody time.
Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. From Don't Nod. Earphone die with no power warning. Ice Yakuza. Let's go.
あなた好みの単純な力仕事です。ある人物を警護していただきます。頼みましたよ。コードネーム上流。大丈夫か？
ええ、お待たせしてしまって。
トラブル発生。車はまだか？到着まで3分。
Tony, did you finish playing all of these and your Judgment games?
今回り右すりゃ無事に帰れる。さもなきゃ。これから起きることは全部お前らの選んだ結果だ。
お前の名は
俺に名はない。
The last one, like 7, the turn-based one. Got it? Another trailer. Go.
It is 7:32 a.m. I hope you have a productive day.
Change username to just Stan.
Adjusting morning wake up. Good morning, just Stan.
Base to capsule 12. Come in. You there, Stan? Green across the board. Looks like we're good. Definitely a leak here, Tim.
Slow is not the correct pacing for a trailer.
How long has it been now? 3 years. 2 months and 17 days. What sort of operation are they running down here?
We all accept you, Tony.
Someone there?
Most importantly, Isla accepts you, so you haven't been banned.
Someone else down here.
We don't often get underwater games because underwater's freaking terrifying.
Are you there?
So that's more of a reason to have more of them, I suppose. People like terror.
It's a beautiful new game, Under the Waves, and today, incidentally, is World Ocean Day. Fun fact. All right, next, Call of Duty. Well, there's a new Call of Duty along with Warzone Mobile. Today, we're going to give you the first ever look at Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2.
If you're here for Call of Duty updates,
first look at Vondel, a new Warzone location with points of interest.
What's wrong with you?
Castle, a soccer stadium, and an abandoned zoo.
Soccer stadium and other Warzone stuff. Boom, boom, and all the rest of it. I'm not putting this on the big main screen thing because I hate it too much. It's just Call of Duty. I have no hate. That's not true. I do. Bloody Activision. Do any of you Call of Duty? Like, it's a huge game that everyone plays, so some of you must play it. George used to play it a bit, I think. Did you play it? Is this update meaningful to you? Like, does it drive excitement? Is there something new here? Are you dabbling as well, Replicant? Play free June 14th. You can't make me.
Season 4 next week. Today is a big day for video games, but also a huge day for Porsche. The iconic German automaker turns 75 years old today. And to celebrate their contributions in the automotive and gaming space, and we've all raced a 911 in some point at a game, Xbox has teamed up with Porsche for a limited edition run of 75 consoles inspired by 6 famous Porsche race cars. And I'm thrilled to debut the first design here today, inspired by the Porsche 963 that's racing this weekend at the 100th running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Let's take a look.
You like the Call of Duty campaigns before VR? The campaigns were always a bit more tempting than the multiplayer to me, but I haven't done them yet. When they all drop on Game Pass, I might give them a little blast. Or I might not. That's one ugly Xbox. Imagine having that.
The Porsche Xbox
eyesore.
Series X. These custom consoles are not for sale, but you can enter for a chance to win one right now at Porsche.
I still want one because I imagine you could sell it for a little bundle.
For the Porsche and Xbox social channels for additional opportunities to get your hands on these special consoles. All right, next. Phoenix Labs are building the next great entry into the cozy farm sim genre. We all like a cozy game inspired by classics like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Previously announced for Nintendo Switch, there's now some exciting news for PC players too. Let's take a look at Faith Farm.
I am a PC player and this news does not excite me. Sorry.
Soria's been treating me well. Days pass so quickly. Before I know it, they turn into seasons. It's been a breath of fresh air.
I don't even hate the idea of these games, but having time to sync is just not a thing.
But there's something more I've been itching to explore.
I changed my mind. I do hate the idea of this game.
To meet us. As long as we're prepared, we can face anything. So, what do you say? There's so much yet to discover. Are you ready?
Okay.
We promise variety. There it is. Faith Farm and Mortal Kombat.
That's a dig. We promise variety. I know you don't like this. I'm sorry.
Officer and flannel enthusiast at Second Dinner, the developers behind the popular collectible card game Marvel Snap. What's up, Ben? Man, you guys have been on fire. Last time I saw you was at the Game Awards when you won Best Mobile Game. Seems like you've been very busy. We're excited about the Spider-Verse content you've been doing.
Only you did not see me in any of the games, especially not the Nicolas Cage one.
Some of the wildest cards we've ever made, and some new game modes. Yeah.
Yeah, new game. Is that a segue, Ben?
Certainly, yeah. I'm excited to announce Marvel Snap's biggest update ever. We have a new game mode coming next week. It's Conquest mode. It's a great way to get a super competitive experience.
You have a microphone, you don't need to shout.
But you don't have to wait till next week. If you haven't tried Marvel
Carries your voice to the crowd.
All right, Ben. I love the enthusiasm, Ben. That's what I got. That's you. You're made for YouTube. All right. Well, we heard you brought something fun with you for us to watch, right?
Oh, yeah. So, listen. I am incredible at card games, so I often win. But some people, and maybe you've had this experience, Geoff, some people lose.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
And I like to think it's because they suck. No offense, Geoff. But sometimes, sometimes it's because they might just be a little bit unlucky.
Cue the tape.
You know what to do if you're unlucky in a mobile card game. Spend more money.
Hand of cards here, but that's fine. I'll see what I draw in future turns. Anyway, let's reveal the first location.
Labuntus 1. Each player destroys their deck.
Okay, I guess I will work with what I have. I'll play Medusa on location number 2. She gets +2 power. And let's see the next
What's happening right now?
Dangerfield has a 25% chance of destroying your cow.
Okay, well, I mean, 25% isn't that bad. And it's gone. Okay, well, I have some powerful cards in my hand, so I can just wait. Let's see the next location.
The Big Barn. Players cannot play 4, 5, or 6 cost cows.
You gotta be kidding me.
Also, if you don't play a card this turn, you have 0 friends.
Now you're just being
I assume in some circles that was very funny.
Still to come, we're going to look at Immortals
Maybe.
and Avium from EA Originals and Ascendant, and the world premiere first look at Chapter 4, Season 3 of Fortnite Wilds. Now, if you're looking for the smartest way to level up your gaming this summer, compare top credit cards side by side with NerdWallet and start maximizing your cashback rewards on everything from Wi-Fi to headsets. Now, here's a look at King Arthur Legends Rise, a new cross-platform UE5 game for mobile and PC, a fantasy squad RPG.
Unreal Engine 5 for mobile and PC. Kabam! At least I've got a good studio name.
Arthur, I have sacrificed everything to save your kind.
Pay $4.99 to reach level 3 quicker.
And you may prove worthy of your legacy.
Okay, cool. Pre-register now. I will not. Oh, there's more. Is that Wayfinders thing? Yes, they said it before I did.
The gloom descended on Skylight. You rallied to protect the beacon and paid a terrible price. You fell, and the world was broken. Remember who you were.
No, Peter, that seemed fair.
And return to us.
This world needs champions.
Make me a soldier. I want it to look like it came straight from World of Warcraft. Wayfinder. They keep advertising that on Twitter. Very muted clapping. Oh wait, stuff happening. It's the Fortnite. Surely this is Fortnite, or is it Call of Duty? No, it's Fortnite. Pow pow pow. Pow pow. This is the creator mode 2 thing, like the Unreal Engine integration. Which is actually really cool and impressive, I think. I've not touched it, but... Unreal Editor for Fortnite. Yes, that thing.
Steve, seriously? You don't stand a chance.
Project under construction.
This isn't Fortnite.
What did you say, guys? One more game?
Good morning, scavenger. Scan your
Um,
surroundings to retrieve and recycle anything that could be of value to Scavax.
This show's been as bad as Sony's. I mean, wait for the big reveal at the end, Dodge. Wait for the big reveal. Space trash scavenger.
Stardate 43152.4.
Star Trek.
Our fleet is cautiously entering hostile territory.
Trek game.
And the crew is standing by.
We are the board. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. Your culture will adapt to service us.
I don't know. I quite like the Samsung monitor they were advertising. Star Trek Infinite.
Hey there, Summer Game Fest 2023. It's Will Arnett here. Yeah.
That guy.
Right? My buddy Anthony Mackie and I have been working on this for some time now. We're really excited to share with you Twisted Metal, which is streaming only on Peacock starting July.
Hey, that's neat. Oh no, it's a TV series. I thought they were going to show the Twisted Metal game, but no, TV series.
Character of Sweet Tooth, who I had the pleasure of voicing. Hope you enjoy it. Check it out.
I'm sure that was hilarious, but it was really boring.
Who hasn't dreamt of duplicating oneself in order to multitask? This new hack and slash game with a tactical twist allows you to do just that. Brought to you from France, here's the world premiere reveal trailer of Lisfunga, the Time Shift Warrior, coming later this year to PC.
This Funga, there's a catchy name, the Time Shift Warrior. Let's go. Dead.
Goddess of time.
Game is too hard.
Receive my light, Lisfunga. Let this power flow through you and fight again alongside your past selves. I'm here again. That's another me. I look good.
Oh, that might be quite neat. Like, once it got into the actual gameplay and showed me that it's weird time travel Hades. This is more interesting than most of the stuff that's been in the show.
You're not the only one who can be in multiple places at once.
It's very possible that this will drop right off of my radar, but it does have my interest. And a stupid name.
I can feel that there are more.
Very cool independent
Tom,
game.
you missed
All right,
nothing.
Next up is a brand new IP from Ascendant Studios, a single-player, first-person magic shooter called Immortals of Avium. It's fast and fluid.
We
It's
know.
FPS in a
Shut
fantasy
up.
setting, kind of like Doom with magic. It also has a great cast led by Darren Barnett as the main character Jack, and he joins us now. Hey, Darren.
Hey, guys.
Great to have you with
How you
us.
doing? Thank you.
You may leave.
Such a cool game, super high production value, spectacular gameplay. Tell us about the guy you play. You're the main character, Jack, right?
Yes, I'm playing the main character, Jack, as seen behind me. He's a battle mage that controls all three forms of magic.
Guys, it is trying to be a first-person shooter in the vein of Doom. It might look like a Outriders Destiny hybrid, but
so much action in it. You know, with all the
But I think it actually tries to be more like Doom with different visuals.
story and sort of how this battle mage Jack comes in. He sort of becomes a battle mage, right?
Yeah, he kind of comes from nothing. He's I guess they call him a street rat, is what he was. But he, during a time of
You may leave.
trauma, he summons the power to control magic. Becomes part of the Immortals, which is like the elite Navy SEAL squad of this world called Avium, and they are in the middle of an Everwar fighting for the control of magic.
Okay. You have a great cast. You, Gina Torres in it. Lots of amazing actors in this incredible, really high production value game that's coming out this summer. We don't have to wait long for it. And I know you brought something with you to share today, which is a gameplay sequence, which is one of the most epic sort of parts.
It's in his pocket.
Yeah. So this is
It's got gameplay in his pocket.
This trailer is going to be showing you the Immortals and myself confronting Sandrak.
Oh no, it's just his hand.
The top villain of this game, trying to end the Everwar, and it's taking place in like one of the most badass levels of a video game I've seen. We're battling on top of a 400-foot mech in the middle of the ocean as it moves around. It's wild. So let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look at some brand new gameplay from Immortals of Avium.
Does sound like it could be an impressive set piece on a mech in the ocean, doing magic.
Literally pushed us to the edge. Everyone that can fight already is. And we're still losing.
Welcome aboard, Immortal. What's our bearing, sir?
North by northeast. 5 knots.
We'll catch him, sir.
Have the EA subscription, so I will have this game. I will probably play it, but I hate that communications magic device.
Got it. Gotta get to the control room.
I thought this would be like the description was more impressive than what we're seeing, but there's still time. See, dodge is exactly like Doom, but 10th of the pace. And actually not anything like Doom whatsoever. I'm sure there are other first-person shooters they could have cited. Doom's signature is its pace. It looks very middling. Yes, Replica, the movement seems way too slow to compare it to Doom.
I want to be an immortal. I want to fight this war as one of you.
Everybody wants to be an immortal. Shut up, dickhead.
The Pentasod has gifted you with the ability to manifest all 3 colors of magic.
You can manifest all 3 colors of magic? How wonderful.
We're only going to win this one together. Sigil up.
Love that we get to show you guys so much amazing raw gameplay.
Yeah, you're on brilliant form.
This summer from
That particular game might not hit, but
itself is Fortnite, and tomorrow, Chapter 4 season.
oh, it's the Fortnite section.
Today, Summer Game Fest is debuting the cinematic trailer to preview the season. The center of the island has collapsed, revealing a vast hidden jungle with ancient secrets to discover. And of course, there's a whole new battle pass
Like, did
lineup.
Dead Space and Star Wars, Darch?
Yes. Of
People like those games. Transformers, hey, not Mortal Kombat. It's Fortnite, it's doing stuff. You can have full screen, but it's Fortnite. Not to be dismissive. I know it's way popular and I know it's impressive in many ways, but I'm not going to jump into Battle Royale no matter what kind of cinematic they show me. Unless... No, I think that's true. I don't think there is anything that would entice me into Battle Royale. Whee. This isn't Transformers, this is dinosaurs. Look, nobody cares about cinematic. You're not staying big screen. You're coming back here. So glad you kicked your Fortnite addiction. It's still like... You can't fault them for the amount of work they put in and the amount of content they put out and how relevant they manage to stay. And the game is technically impressive. It does a lot. And it's fairly flawless in terms of like performance and connectivity. But I don't care.
Fortnite Wilds launches tomorrow. Well, finally, guys, it's time to get to our grand finale.
Oh, it's the grand finale. Here comes Death Stranding.
To present this game. What you're about to see
Or is
is
it?
a world premiere trailer that gives us a new look at an expansive world we can't wait to explore again. This game comes from a studio that surprised the world and redefined the RPG genre with its iconic characters and rich storytelling. And I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases. The rumors were true.
Oh, Elden Ring content. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, have we? But this is Final Fantasy. What?
Tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
Like, yes, the whole thing is worth it for some Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
Shut up, Aerith, you're ruining everything.
But in reality, it's barely hanging on.
I was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
The life stream. It is the very essence of
It's, yeah, it's not showing very well, but still I'm excited.
According to Hojo, they're connected to Sephiroth. Shadows of the Man, I believe he called them.
Oh, Chocobo, no, fuck off.
We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what?
Well now, think we woke it up.
Anger.
No, this is going to be great.
Feast your eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest, Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
I'm excited. I really want this. I'm bored of the trailer, but I really want the game.
They say
There's a reminder I haven't played the integrate stuff yet.
she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul.
Don't show me the fucking boss, you bellend.
Those you fear, those you love.
Free you yet.
You murdered my dad. You burned my village.
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
Like, don't show that. What the fuck? Worst trailer. Like, what are you doing? And they're advertising that it's on 2 discs. Fucking shameful.
There you have it. That was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming early 2024 to PlayStation 5.
I really want it, and I wish I hadn't seen that trailer.
That's going to do it for Summer Game Fest, our live showcase. But that is not the end of Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned this weekend for updates on many more games during SGF Play Days, a hands-on event for media here in Los Angeles, including Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, as well as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on Sunday.
No, Replicant, the 2 discs is 2 solid-state drives. You need 2 drives to hold that game.
A number of new game reveals over the next hour.
So we're done.
Later this summer on August 22nd for Gamescom opening night live in Germany, and again in December.
Tony, you can get it on PC. Like, play it. It's genuinely really good. It's the best Final Fantasy available.
We'll see you soon.
Of recent times. Much better than 15. I'm calling it as much better than 16, despite not having played 16. It's complete magic fluke that that it turned out good. Oh, we'll have the music on. So what's going on? Ah, there's not music. It's just the end of the show. I've got nothing else to show you though, so it's just going to stay there, being on the background. Yeah, once it's on sale, Tony. But it's been out for ages on PC. It'll be on sale soon. I mean, it's already been on sale lots of times. I really liked the remake. I know you probably haven't played the original Final Fantasy VII, so it might hit a bit different for you, but I don't consider Square Enix capable of making good Final Fantasy games, and yet Final Fantasy VII Remake, which could have been like sacrilege, ruining my childhood, actually turned out really good. Tell you a story? No stories. So besides Final Fantasy, which is obviously, like, for me, by far and away the highlight of this whole thing and the only game that I can remember, not just because it was the most recent game. What else was there that we cared about? So no Elden Ring was a little bit of a surprise, because From have history of debuting things on these shows, but they didn't show the DLC for that. They didn't show any Death Stranding. Uh-oh, something's happening. There's a post-show Cuphead thing. Armored Core 6 wasn't in it, Tony. No Kojima at all. They must have fallen out. That's exciting. Firewall, yeah. If they were hinting that they're going to be at Summer Game Fest, then they deserve to be reprimanded for their awful teasing. But Crossfire was there, right? Encore, no. Street Fighter's next, so we're going to whiz through this. Then we're going to end, and then we're going to come back. Alan Wake 2 was there, yeah, and Yakuza was there. That's a good shout, Replicant. Those are like the bigger things that were shown. Lies of P will probably get some attention from some people, right? No new PlayStation first party. Nobody expected PlayStation first party to be at Summer Game Fest, did they? I'm lying, actually. I reckon you're basing that on Twitter, aren't you? Where some people did claim that that there would be more PlayStation games held back. Those people were silly. That was never going to be the case. Tim, you're a good guy, but we're not listening to you. I'll put the captions on for people that want to read them. Fuck all VR apart from Crossfire, that is true. But then VR doesn't show well at showcases, so it's not a massive surprise. Why did Sony not have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? That is a good question, Replicant. They should have done. Why did Microsoft not show a single little hint of anything? So we were told that Microsoft had presence at Summer Game Fest. They were one of the partners of the show. They provided the venue. Was there anything Microsoft in the show that I can't remember? I was hoping they would have something. Like, I was hoping they'd have something relatively big. to set up Sunday to say, look, we've got this big game like Forza or Hellblade, like something you know about, because there's so much to pack in on Sunday that we can afford to do this. But no, they did. Yes, they had the really freaking ugly Porsche console, didn't they? Porsche console. Darge is off to bed. I'm sorry that that was such a disappointing evening for you, Darge. I know, Tom, you don't use Twitter. You weren't expecting PlayStation. You just heard a few people say that on YouTube. Who have you been watching on YouTube that talks about PlayStation? I'm not asking. I'm not like, this isn't a trap question. I just don't know many PlayStation YouTubers. What Xbox has a new console, Wayne? Don't get too excited. It's an Xbox Series X with some horrific colors. And like, you can't buy it. It's a limited edition Porsche 75th anniversary. So they've made 75 of these consoles. They are butt ugly, and I don't know how you acquire one. So that's that. Darge is not holding back. And he's off. All right, catch you later, Darge. Yeah, that's it. That's Summer Game Fest. So, unless anyone has anything burning that they want to talk about with regards to Summer Game Fest. Your name's Ryan. Yeah, I know. I can't help but call you Darge because we've always called you Darge, and your name is there as Darge. Plus, if I say Ryan out loud, like, my youngest son is called Ryan, and he might burst into the room saying, "What do you want, Dad? Fuck's sake, shut up, dickhead." Because that's how he talks to me. It's not. Am I outside your home? No, I'm not. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to end this. We're going to say thanks, Geoff, like you tried. And then in about, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, I'm going to fire up Street Fighter, get on stream and fight some people. So if you fancy a fight, or if you fancy watching some fighting, stick around on the YouTube channel or find me on Europe server 70 in about half an hour. If you're bored and you want to fight each other, you can jump on there. You don't need to wait for me. They keep that server open day and night just for this group. All future thumbnails will use that picture. You're really happy with the thumb. Good. I'm very grateful for the thumb. I hate that my face is on it, but it is a good thumb despite that. So thank you for your efforts in that and the promotion that I'm going to go and watch. I have clearing up to do. Sacred Symbols is the only PlayStation show you watch, to be fair, and they said it wouldn't happen, probably reporting what they'd seen on Twitter. So yeah, yeah, fair enough. You did cool stuff with the sunglasses. Yes, you did. Too late for you. No worries. Painful discourse. And yeah, I will see some of you in a bit and some of you I won't. Thank you for watching Summer Game Fest with me. The Xbox show will be covered on the Game On Daily channel on Sunday, and obviously we've got Go Live on Saturday as well. In the meantime, jobs and then Street Fighter.